Lucas test. Myself, Dr. Digna. Lucas test, which is used to differentiate and characterize the primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. It was named after the great scientist Howard Lucas. This is a reaction or test using a solution of anhydrous zinc chloride in concentrated hydrochloric acid. So this solution is known as Lucas reagent. Once again, I will tell you the Lucas reagent is a solution of anhydrous zinc chloride and concentrated hydrochloric acid. The reaction occurs in the Lucas test can be seen as a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Lucas reaction displays the difference in the reactivity of the different types of alcohol. That means that this test can be differentiate the three types of alcohols, that is primary, secondary, or tertiary alcohols, as well as the difference in the ease at which the corresponding carbocations of the alcohols are formed. We know that the stability of the carbocation is in the order tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. So these two informations will obtained after this type of reaction. Here you can see the primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol that will reacts with a Lucas reagent. What is a Lucas reagent? We know it is a solution of anhydrous zinc chloride in concentrated HCl. So this type of Lucas reagent reacts with primary alcohol. What happens? Here you can see a primary alcohol. What is a primary alcohol? Primary alcohol is an alcohol in which the hydroxyl group containing carbon atom attached to only one substituent or one other carbon containing group. Okay, so it is a primary alcohol that will react with Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent is anhydrous zinc chloride in concentrated HCl solution. Here you can see there is no reaction, or it will does not produce any turbidity with Lucas reagent. So primary alcohols does not react with Lucas reagent. Another reaction is the Lucas reagent with secondary alcohol. What happens to the secondary alcohol? Here you can see a secondary alcohol. What is a secondary alcohol? A secondary alcohol is an alcohol which the hydroxyl group containing carbon atom attached to two other carbon containing groups or substituents. Here you can see the main chain contains three carbon atoms. So it is a propane. Here in which the second carbon atom attached to the hydroxyl group. So its name is 2-propanol. Okay. So it is a secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol reacts with Lucas reagent. It will give a substitution reaction in which the chlorine group is substituted in place of hydroxyl group. So it will give 2-chloropropane. So secondary alcohol produces a turbidity only in 5 minutes. It's a slow reaction. Okay. But it reacts with Lucas reagent. In the case of primary alcohol, there is no such reaction occurs. Next case is for tertiary alcohol. What about the tertiary alcohol and Lucas reagent reaction? Here you can see a tertiary alcohol. A tertiary alcohol is that alcohol, the hydroxyl group containing carbon atom attached to three different carbon groups. Okay. So it's a tertiary alcohol. So it is a 2-methyl propanol. So it's a tertiary alcohol. the main carbon chain is propane. 2-methyl is the substituent, and 2-hydroxyl is the alcohol part. So it is a 2-methyl propane 2-ol. Okay, it will react with Lucas reagent and produce a substitution product, that is 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. So the tertiary alcohols produces turbidity immediately. Within seconds, it will give the product, or it will give the solution turbidity immediately. Here you can see the tertiary alcohol containing test tube, to which the Lucas reagent is added. Within seconds, you can see here the turbidity. So with Lucas reagent, you can differentiate the different types of alcohols, whether it is a primary, secondary, or tertiary. If it is a tertiary, it will immediately give the precipitate. If it is a secondary alcohol, it will give turbidity only in 5 minutes. If it is a tertiary alcohol, primary alcohol, it will produce turbidity, not produce turbidity, or it will not react with Lucas reagent. Okay, here you can see the reactions. The tertiary alcohol reacts with Lucas reagent. It will give immediately the precipitate or the turbidity with the Lucas reagent. Secondary alcohol reacts with Lucas reagent within 5 minutes. So it's a slow reaction, but it will give also turbidity. But primary alcohol does not produce any turbidity, or it will not react with Lucas reagent. Now we are going to discuss the mechanism of the reaction. The mechanism is followed in this reaction is an SN1 reaction, that is nucleophilic substitution, unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. It can be broken down into two steps. In step 1, the OH group belonging to the alcohol is protonated and forms. Here you can see the OH group is protonated and there is a positive charge. And we know that Cl minus ion, chloride anion, is stronger nucleophile than water molecules. So it replaces the water molecules and form a carbocation here. In step 2, it is a slow step, and in step 2, the chloride ion now attacks the carbocation and forms a alkyl chloride. This alkyl chloride is insoluble and hence turns the solution turbid. Okay, this alkyl chloride, the formation of the alkyl chloride, that turns the solution turbid. This is the mechanism of Lucas test. Thank you for your attention.